Hassey, two of the best cornerbacks in the game. Owen Morrissey throws it in here. Who's going to win the first possession? Out goes Jack Tumi. Tumi doesn't gather it. Helmet loose there, one of De La Salle players. It's back to Tumi. Just lovely feet from Tumi just inside Jake Dillon. And Jack Fagan moving back to cover that, but it's well won inside here by James Power. Can't get past the challenge of Jake Dillon. Dillon just stepped off him momentarily. And as if he heard us talking about him, James Power gets a superb opening score.
Front foot.
Here's
chance for Tumi again.
McNulty leads it off to Jack Tumi. Lovely show and go from Jack Tumi. Just took it away from Kieran Power. Quality score for Jack's goal as Billy Power is facing it. He'd have to get everything in his power, as they say, to knock this over the bar, but he is a brilliant free taker. Sets it up, Senna's on his way, has whipped it towards the post. Has he lost a bit of direction with the power? No, he hasn't. Super score from Billy. Being pushed out wide here by Adam Murray. He loses his footing on his knees. Plays it back to field here to Jack Fagan. Fagan loads up for the shot. Puts it towards the post. That's a good score from Jack Fagan. Good setup, good assist, as you might say. Lay it off to someone, finds Rhys O'Mahony, stretches up that arm, gathers the ball. It's now with Ger Hassey on his own 65. Has to take a touch in the hurley. Billy Power has it. Billy Power only has one thing on the mind, and that's send the ball towards the post, and he expertly splits the post.
And we've talked about him, you know, in his first year at senior. Great delivery, and you know he really outjumped three Clonea players, Dawson. So great score.
Ger Hassey can't win the ball, and Tumi grabs it. Can he send it over the bar? He can for Jack Tumi. That's two now from Tumi. Kind of a loose strike across the body, and now he's the recipient of a similar tackle from Daniel Lawler, and Daniel Lawler goes into the referee's notebook here. Owen Morrissey. Lift and strike coming here from Francis Roach. And Roach puts it over the back. Set up. Oh, just breaks in behind. Comes off the hurley of Adam Murray, and here's the fleet-footed Jack Tumi. Hits it off the ground. Pops in front of the goalkeeper. We often say it's at the right height for a goalkeeper. That was perfectly executed by Jack Tumi. Bounced it in front of Jack Mackey. A goal for Jack Tumi.
Down, waiting for the break, and you know, young Jack Mackey in goal. You don't want to be too harsh. Probably could have done a little bit better as well. Time for Brian Cunningham.
So a free from Brian Cunningham makes it a 4-point game now. One
into the square.
That's exactly what he do. 1-on-1 inside there. Can Dawson get in front, grabs the ball, turns the corner. Be a good score if he gets it. I think that just crept inside the post.
Get the ball into it.
You know, it's with the Clonea have conceded goals in their games today, so they are vulnerable in the full back line.
Ball breaks, falls here to James Power. He's got Billy in his left shoulder. Tries to draw away defender James and get the shot off. That's a brilliant finish from James Power. You said he had a goal on his mind earlier on. There's going to be a De La Salle player pick up a yellow card here. Back picks out Ronan Elliff. He tries to jink past the challenge here at Jack Fagan. I'm going to say good officiating because I think the Clonea player had lost possession of the ball. Now Rhys O'Mahony comes through the back there of Shane Power, wins possession and finishes it over the crossbar. Rhys O'Mahony gets a score. Far side likes to carry the ball through the middle. Referee nearly gets in the way. Jack Tumi pops over the top here, trying to get in and around the back. Can they work a score? Shane McNulty, can he arrow it over the bar? Has had a couple of wides, but like any good player, the confidence is always there to keep shooting.
Time. Important free now for Clonea.
So here is Billy Power, more or less halfway between his own 45 and 65, just going by the lines of grass on the pitch here. Lifts and strikes, sends it on its way. I think he has hit the jackpot with this one. He has indeed. It's over. We associate the championship with playing free-flowing hurling, generally speaking. I know you said in recent weeks that De La Salle is very much set up in a defensive style, especially against Ballygunner. But both teams seem to be caught in
the first half for Shane McNulty. Connor Power on the move, and Jack Tumi again.
Jack Tumi shoots over Kieran Power here, and Jack Tumi, another electrifying start. That's 3 now for Jack Tumi, and we're all square once again. If he splits the post this one, he should be knocking this over the bar. And indeed, he sends it on its way. 1-10 for Clonea, 1-9 for De La Salle. With the hurley, knocks into the pad of Adam Farrell, receives the hand pass forward from Connor Power. Has Tumi got goal on the mind? He's on the wrong foot to defenders, plays inside of Conor Keane, and Conor Keane nesses the ball in the net, and that could be a crucial
tap it over the bar, but you know, a let off there for Clonea.
And Brian Cunningham does exactly as you say and knocks it over the bar. A point when it could have been a goal. 2-10 to 1-11. With lovely ball forward to Dawson. Dawson has room, just doesn't get the shot off. I thought he didn't get the shot off quick enough. Martin Power got some of the timber on the sliotar, but not enough to stop it going over the bar. Good score from Cormac Dawson. Elliff half hooks But a wayward pass from Jack Fagan finds Billy Power. Now it's gone into the hands of Francis Roach. He has a player free. Shot coming here from Tom Skean. And Tom Skean has buried the ball. And suddenly it's Clonea 1 point to the good here now. Salle players. A hopeful ball found its way to Willie Hassey, who laid it off to Garrod Power, and Garrod Power shoots at the post, and Garrod Power has got another score. That's his third of the evening. And suddenly, when we just ground after the challenge from Connor Power, Ger Hassey gets it off to Francis Roach. Roach is blocked down by Conor Keane. Conor Keane's hurleys in half. Conor Dalton goes away from Jake Dillon. It's with Billy Power. There's only one thing in his mind. Shoots just inches over the crossbar. And a slight lull. Looking for somebody to grab the game with a scruff of the neck and take charge of it. And just through the hands there of Jack Mackey, one of those difficult ones to take where your hand ends up against the crossbar and just nudged over the bar. Could have easily yards in from that right touchline. Lifts and strikes, sends on its way. I'm watching Sean O'Brien and the umpires and tells me it's heading in the right direction, and Billy Power has got his 6th score of the evening here. 6, he shrugs off the challenge of Adam Fard. Kieran Powers carried the ball forward, scoops it off to his right hand side. That's Francis Roach, and Roach puts it over the bar. Good score there, good combination from Kieran Power. Lovely little underhanded scoop hand pass from Kieran Power. Founds Francis Roach in space. He gets his 4 point. And Colin Morris though with an instant reply there for De La Salle. A much needed score. 2 quick fire points, one from Francis Roach, one from Colin Morris. Jake Dillon is trying to track the run there of Francis Roach. He pops it out this time to Rhys O'Mahony. O'Mahony 30 yards out.
Yeah,
good score from Rhys O'Mahony.
They've gone 4 points up now again.
Here by Jake Dillon, who's standing over this long range free. Send it on its way. I think he split the post, looking at Kieran Powers, looking directly over the black spot in the crossbar here. Good strike from Jake Dillon. Time is running out on De La Salle, you feel, Brian. They might need a goal at this stage to pull this one out of the fire.
Yeah, it looks like it, and that's ball is going to land way out in the Keanes Road. But you know, De La Salle really, particularly in the last 10-15 minutes since that second.
He gets it off to Dara Keane. Dara Keane puts it up into the air. Willie Hassey's underneath it. Hassey goes in over his hands. Jack Fagan flicked it. I don't really know too much about it. Flicked it to Jack Tumi, and Tumi gets his 2nd goal. Skips it along the ground, nestles in the side netting on the far. The challenge of Cormac Dawson, lays it off to Rhys O'Mahony. O'Mahony being encouraged to attack the space. Lovely show and go from Rhys O'Mahony. Drops it onto the ground, hits the ground, scoops it off to Francis Roach, and Roach looks a little bit short. Up goes Jack Toomey. Tom Moran has it just as he was about to turn towards the goal. Lost possession of the ball. 3 Clonea players converge. Jack Toomey shoots again. It's a hat-trick of goals for Jack Toomey. I don't think the keeper saw it till late. First half has ended up in a sensational finish here. Jack Toomey with 2 late goals has absolutely pulled this one out of the fire for De La Salle, and it's no